Hey guys, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. Don here. I want to talk a little bit today about a welcome packet that I am trying to work on. It's hard when you don't have any time to work on these things. You try to kind of do it a little bit between patients and try to delegate some things. But let me explain the whole idea. There's something I've been talking a while for is a shock and awe package. Basically, it's something that can introduce you and kind of position you. That's the word I've learned recently. It's called positioning. And it's nothing more than just preparing people to know a little bit more about you before they actually see you. And there's a good book by Robert Ringer called Winning Through Intimidation. And this seems almost like the whole linchpin of his whole idea. He is a real estate broker, and before he said kind of groveling to try to get customers and try to be efficient and get people to respect him. And what he realized, he didn't change anything of what he did, but he just positioned himself better. And the way he did that was with a really nice kind of high-class brochure, I think, that was cost him like $5 to print, basically a book he sent out before. And he didn't have people just go and do business. What he did is he said, well, I don't know if it's a good fit. Let's send this out to you and see if it'll be a good fit to work together. So basically, I think currently we just think that we should do everything for everyone that we see, and we may not be doing ourselves a favor because we're not treating exactly what we want to treat. So the whole idea of this welcome packet is to position ourselves with our patients. And so the welcome packet that I'm working on it, basically I'm using Google Docs, and I'm going to be sending you guys in the future a little link of it, but basically in Google Docs I'm just putting a whole bunch of stuff together. So the first part is I put what patients are saying about me. These are just testimonials. You take these from Google reviews, right? Or Health Grades, one of those two. And basically I take those reviews and I just put them in that first portion. And I'm going to splatter them throughout this. So that we're on kind of this is version 2. So version 1 really sucked, and I sent it out to some people to take a look at it, and they gave me some feedback. And that, what I have next is a little introduction letter, just basically a little bit about me and my history, how I got into podiatry, things like that. And I just dictated that on otter.io, which is basically a transcription thing, and I did a quick little edits with it. Just a quick word, if you do a lot of writing, I use this free app called Grammarly, which basically corrects your grammar and gets word choice. And there's a paid version. I'm not using the paid version. I'd love to know if someone's using the paid version, if you really think it's worth it, but I'm not using the paid version yet, just because I'm a tightwad or something like that, or no one sold me on it yet. And then so that's what I'm using to edit it. And then then I put other portions in this. So what I'm putting in, so basically you're trying to position yourself. So I'm trying to position myself with patient education stuff. So my goal is this is going to go out to every patient when they make an appointment and before they see me. And then if they haven't read it, then it's going to go to them after, and that's going to be automated via my EMR. And so the first part is the courses that I put together. So basically all the courses that I call them courses. Basically, they're just a page on my blog where I talk about a certain diagnosis like plantar fasciitis or Achilles tendonitis, and I'll have a number of videos, patient resources, so all these things. And what I find is if my patients actually look at my course before they come and see me, it makes the whole process of them coming to the office a lot easier. And this is something that I've just kind of repeated over and over. If you can record yourself, record a video, write a book, and get a patient to look at it before they come in and see you, it just makes it so much easier because you save so much time. So, for example, I had a patient here in the office yesterday, and they came in for a nail issue. Actually, they came in for like plantar fasciitis, and they also had a nail issue. I worked up the most urgent one, which was plantar fasciitis, and I said, regarding these nails, I'm going to send you a course that I did on nail fungus. I'd like you to review this course, and then we'll talk about it when I see you in a couple weeks to do your ultrasound and potentially your shockwave. Okay? That's how I do it. So now I give them homework. I give them things to do. Sometimes I have the patients look at these videos in the office, but if they can look at them before, that's the key. So I have courses is the first section. So basically it has links to my blog where these courses are and kind of an example of what's in them. And then the next section I have are my videos that I've done. I've done so many videos, and I really wasn't getting any traction. I find a lot of times we're getting this on this like content hamster wheel where we just keep making more and more content, and if you have a lot of good content, you can just reuse it. And that's the whole goal here. And so what I did is I took all of my not all of my videos, but I took the video categories and I put links to all of the I call them playlists. So in YouTube, they're called playlists. So I have my playlist on plantar fasciitis and Achilles tendonitis. And so basically, these are the same playlist selections that I put in the courses. Okay, make sense? And then, so I have the courses, I have my videos based on the diagnosis, and then I have the books that I've done. So I have a link to the books. So these are all in different kind of, I call them sections. So my book section. And then I've spent a lot of time interviewing people, not just in this Podiatry Practice Mastery. The reason I'm doing this now is because I've been interviewing people for a TV program that I was doing called Healthy Living. But the problem is most of my patients don't know about it, so it's not positioning me at all. And so what I've done is I put these interviews into different sections. Basically, I have sections on weight loss, because I like to talk a lot about intermittent fasting and losing weight and helping my diabetics with that. I have a lot of interviews on running, where I've interviewed different runners and minimalist shoes and correctos and Ray and stuff like that. And so I have a lot of these interviews, and I'm putting them all in initially I just put a huge grocery list down. And then one of the persons that reviewed it for me, he said, Don, you should put it based on categories. And based on the category, it's going to make it a lot easier for people to look at the things. So I put them in based on categories. And then the last section in this, actually the last two sections, one are articles that I have written or reviewed. And basically all this is, there was a few years ago, they were doing this website called Vitals. And they asked me to review or write articles. And I actually didn't write one, or I guess I reviewed them. But they wrote them for me. I guess they used a ghostwriter, and they just put my name on it. But that's fine, because my name's on it. So I put a link to their website, but then I also copied and pasted all of those. Actually, I didn't. A virtual assistant did. All of them into a document, and I added that document to it. So that's just a huge amount of content there. And then the final thing is I put Amazon recommendations. So the same diagnosis playlists I have on YouTube are the same kind of categories I have in Amazon. So because they're the same things that we treat: plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, and people are going to buy stuff whether you like it or not. So you might as well recommend the good stuff that they can get on Amazon, because that's where they're going to get it anyway. So I have this list there of different kind of purchase lists based on diagnosis that they can get, and so that's also included in there. And that's just for you. That's called an Amazon affiliate. So you do earn a little bit of money. So on a couple, if people go and click it, even if they don't buy your thing and they buy something else, you also get the affiliate charge for that. Okay? So that's what this welcome, we're at version 2. Now, it's a pain to do this, okay? Right now, it's like 300 pages long, okay? And I still need to kind of do some edits, and then I have to send it to someone. Either someone's going to lay it out for me, or make it kind of look better and not overwhelming with kind of an index at the front. And so the whole goal is going to be, we call it a thud factor. So I don't think I'm going to ever print this thing out. I guess I might, but because to print it's going to be expensive. But I'm hoping to give it out as a PDF, because a PDF doesn't cost anything, and they can just be wowed by that. That's the whole goal, is they look at all this stuff. Wow, look at this guy's got videos, this guy's got books, he's got articles written, he's got recommendations, and this can position you as the expert. So what is it in your office that you can do to position yourself? Have you done videos? Have you done a podcast? Do you have a great website? Do you want to put links to the pages that you've worked on? Do you have, we want to do some different videos. You can position yourself, but the key is positioning yourself with something that you can get into patients' hands before they come and see you, okay? And that, it just makes things infinitely better, right? And I call this a welcome packet. I'd love to know your feedback, but that's kind of the thoughts today on this welcome packet. I will be sending it out as it gets closer to being done, and then I'll be sending it to all my patients. Okay? Great. Okay, guys. Thanks. You guys have a nice day. Please join Podiatry Practice Mastery. A lot of great resources on there for you to take your practice to the next level. We're at 256 people in the membership right now, which is a great number. I'm going to close it off sometime. I'm thinking maybe at $300 for the free membership, and then we're going to start charging people. So I would invite your friends to register and then get all the resources. Okay? Great. Okay, bye-bye.